Hi and welcome back to Penguin's View. Today we're going to be doing a little something for those who have long-term visas here in Thailand, i.e. not tourists. And these are people that can get a pink identification card and a yellow home registration Thai Bian book, here on in called home registration or home reg. Just easier, it's how we refer to it. Anyway, there are benefits to having both of these. I personally got mine quite a long time ago, about 10 years ago I think I got mine. Things have changed, thank goodness. They're relatively easy to get, fairly straightforward. Couple of little hurdles to jump over, but I just wanted to go through the sorts of things that you're going to need to do and how you get them. First, let me say, as per always with Thai government offices, they do love their paperwork. You want to save a rainforest? Teach the Thai government offices how to use a computerized system so you don't have to keep doing a wodge of paperwork. Although, I've got to say this time round, it's less, which is a good thing. Anyway, so first of all you need to find the local government office to where you live, and this will be in the blue Thai Bian home reg book of either your partner or your landlord if you are renting. They're not hard to find, but they can get a little busy during the day. So my suggestion is to try and get there early in the morning. 8:30, most of them open. Worth doing that if you can. Anyway, also for government offices, they don't tend to stick to a hard and fast set of rules for every government office. Everyone will be slightly different. Oh yes, that makes things lots more fun, just like it does at immigration. But again, it's not too difficult. The basics are very, very similar. Okay, so let's look at paperwork you're going to need. First of all, and this is probably the biggest hurdle you will come across, is you need a certified, translated, certified again copy of your passport. This is your front page. You don't need a certified copy of your visa page, but you do need a photocopy of that as well. But anyway, what I mean by certified is the fact you go to, like in my case, the British Embassy. I believe they can do it at the visa department now, which is Shops at Bell in Ding Deng. And basically what they do is they take your passport, first of all check the picture to make sure you are you, then they go and do a colour photocopy of it, and then they stamp it to say, yes, this is you and this is a copy of your passport. That's hurdle number 1. Hurdle number 2 is you then have to take it to be translated. If you're lucky, you will actually find people outside the embassy. Yes, it's naughty, but they do it. And they basically will help you by taking your certified copy, getting it translated, and then going through another different Thai government office to have it certified again. This you will need. Pretty much no exception. Now, if you are married, you will need copies of your wife's identification card. Good idea if she's there with you. And also her home registration. If you are renting, talk to your landlord. He will give you a copy of his home reg, but also his identification as well. Now, you also need a witness. Now, this is somebody who knows you and who can vouch for who you are. Now, if you're doing with your landlord, you can get him to come along and witness it for you. Your wife can't do it, but friends, family, no problem at all. Now, the done thing here is afterwards you buy them some form of thank you gift. Basket of fruit, that sort of thing, as it were. If you are married and you have children, you must take the children's birth certificates with you. They will know because it's on the home registration, because it's basically everybody who's allowed to be in the Blue Book, will be in there, with the exception of you, due to the fact that you're not a Thai national or a Thai citizen. So we've gone through all of that. You take the originals as well as copies. Why? Because if they want more copies, then you can do them. Normally there's somebody there with a photocopier. They're not terribly expensive, but they are more expensive if you get them done there. I tend to take a couple of spare copies of everything with me and then just sign them if they need them. All copies must be signed when you hand them over. So what mostly happens is you fill in the forms, and because getting these is fairly unusual still to this day, for government offices, what they will tend to do is when you filled it all in, they will say to you, we will either phone you or come back in a week and we'll finish it off. This is because they have to make sure that they get everything right, because it's different for them from doing the Thai Blue Book home reg. So they have to make sure it's done correctly. Then it has to be double checked by the person who's in charge of that section, and that can take 2 or 3 days. Then comes the fun, the pink ID card. Yeah, it's not all of that. It's actually probably about the easiest part. It certainly was for me. When it comes down to it, you will have to give them a couple more photocopies, normally of your passport, visa page and ID page, and then they will happily do your card for you. Some people say you have to go back in a day or two because all of their machines are set up to do the Thai national card, which is pale blue. I didn't actually have that issue. I think probably because we were later in the day, they changed it over with no problem at all. Basically, you sign a couple more forms, they then take your photograph, they will show you that photograph so you can change it if you so wish. When you're happy with it, they will then print you the card. Now, all in all, this is going to cost you a sum total of not much. I personally paid about 150 baht, I think it is, but a lot of people these days are saying that it's free. So, believe me, it's not much. I mean, if it's 220 baht, that's 50 pence. No, £5. £5, yeah, £5. So it's not a lot. Now, these pink identification cards and yellow home reg books. Now, frankly, people say you can use these at immigration to get your visa. I showed them to immigration and they went, no thank you, not interested. But maybe because I was on a spouse visa and not a retirement visa. The yellow home reg book acts as proof of address. Now, I found that when I went to get my driving licence, I had a letter, proof of address from immigration. They wanted the home reg book. They were more interested in that. So that's a good thing to have. The pink ID card, I found that it helps at banks, hospitals, and that's about it. Not many people want them. The Thai government want you to have them because it's easier, but it's a case that because not many Farang, as they call us, non-Thais, have these, very few places at this moment in time are fully accepting of them. Banks, hospitals, yes. Department of Land Transport for your driving licence, yes. Other than that, I found pretty much no. But it's still worth getting, and as it costs you a sum total of not much to nothing, it's worth getting. Yellow Home Reg book has no out of date on it, just if you move house, you need to get it changed, and it's free to get it changed. Your pink ID card is about 10 years, I think. I think mine's actually fairly much due for renewal. So, should you get them? Yes, it's easy enough. It's going to take you, a week to get them after you've done the certification at the embassy. You must do that. When I did mine, I had to get a certified copy and translated certified copy of my birth certificate as well. You use the birth certificate to get your passport, but the government office wouldn't have that anyway. Here and there. It's worth getting. As per always with Thai government offices, your best bet, go early, smile, and even if you think what they're asking you for is beyond reason, keep smiling, because the moment you tend to get even the slightest bit grumpy, they tend not to want to help you anymore. They're worth getting, and I mean, I've got a number of friends here that are Farang, and I am the only one with these. And we've all been here around about 14, 15 years. So, there we are. Anyway, hopefully you found this informative, and until the next one, TTFN.